so we just got to one of my home ed families, and today we're going to be looking at negative numbers. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for you to see how lessons could work at home. So come on, follow me. Hi. Right, so just so you know, we're doing a little bit of filming today. So do you mind introducing yourself onto the cameras, just so that my new learners can see how our lessons look like? Yes? Do you mind introducing yourself? Is that good? Yeah. Right, this is...
Hi, I'm Mocha and I'm 10.
Excellent, and this is the lovely...
Hi, I'm Diana and I'm 12.
Brilliant. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to build a number line. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
What do you reckon? You up for the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, who is going to be chief sticker? You sure?
Yeah.
You don't want to stick? You
No,
happy to draw?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick these together like this in a really long... Why do you think I'm doing it like this? So I want my number line to be this way. Why do you think I'm doing it that way and not that way?
In reverse, it goes like... Oh, because it goes down.
Yeah, so why does it go down?
So the number go?
Yeah, so can you give me an example? Can you think of something that might...
A ruler.
A ruler, yeah, good, excellent. Can you think of anything else that goes down like that with numbers on it? It goes that way.
Oh, a temperature.
Yes,
Yeah,
temperature. So what measures
a
temperature?
thermometer.
Thermometer, brilliant, yeah. So thermometer goes this way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you've done number lines before, have you seen them that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what... I called it -1. Have you heard it called -1 before?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you think I called it -1 and not -1? Any idea why I did that?
Because it's less than 0.
It's below 0, so it's negative, brilliant. And do we know the difference between negative and minus?
Minus is when you take away something from another number.
Brilliant, yes. And negative?
It's just below.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah, and it belongs to the number, but we'll look at that a little bit more in a minute.
Yeah.
Superb. We've just got to do this one here, look. This way, look, it goes like that, see? That way round. But that's all right, lots of people do that. Lots of people get that mistake. On this whiteboard, and somebody's going to read it out for me, and we're going to see if they get it correct. So, let's go with Rocco. Read that. What do you think, how would you read that question there?
2 minus 3.
Oh, okay, so I'm glad you said that because lots of people do that. But do you not know possibly how he could improve what he said there? What do you think he might have said that he could change?
Like how I would say it.
Yeah, go on, how would you say it?
2 minus -3.
Brilliant one. Why did you say it like that? Why did you say 2 minus -3?
Because it's not minus, it's negative.
Because this negative here, yeah, this belongs to minus. You can't have 2 minuses. So this is a minus or a subtraction, and this is a negative, so it belongs to the number. So does it help if I put a bracket around it like this so you can see the difference? Does that help? So I'm going to put a bracket around this one as well. What is this? If this is a -3, what's this one?
A number 2.
Yeah, so what do we say? If that's -3, we call this a...
-2.
This one, is it negative? Does it have a negative sign?
Positive.
So this is a positive. And does it have to have a positive sign in front of it?
No, because there's no positive sign.
No, so you don't need to. So if it doesn't have a sign in front of it, it's a positive number. Yeah. If it has a negative sign in front of it, then it is a negative number. And this here, this is like our action. This is what we're going to do. So I'm going to take away. That's my action. Whereas that is a -3. All right, so that's the difference. Okay, so now we know this is our action and these are our numbers. So the number at the start is always our starting point. So this is where our super duper number line that we have made, which I think is the best number line I've ever seen. By the way. We're going to start at 2. So in a minute, someone's going to come up and do this on here. So that's our starting point because that is our first number. So that tells us where we're starting. What are we doing? What action, Rocco, are we doing? Are we adding or are we taking away, subtracting?
Take away.
We're taking away, because our action is to take away. Now, what I want you to think of, if you've got a negative number, I want you to think of that as in terms of temperature. If something's negative, then it's cold, right? So if I take away the cold from this room, I start taking all the cold out of this room. I'm going to take the cold away. It's coming with me. Come on, cold, this way. We're going. Let's go. Let's go. What's happened to the temperature in the room now? I've took all that cold out. It's got warmer. Yeah. So if you take away the negatives, yes, if you take away the cold, are we going to go up or down? If it's getting warmer, up. We're going to go up, right? So this is your starting point. Then that tells you the direction, which is why it's sometimes called directed number. It's talking about the direction that you're going, right? So you're going to come do it on here?
Yeah, sure.
Right, so you have a look and see if you think she's done it right, all right? You're going to tell her in a minute whether you think she's done it correctly. So we're starting, where are we starting?
Here.
Where are we starting? Let's put this up here again.
Yeah.
Where are we starting? What's our starting number? Where are we starting?
2.
Right, so we're starting at 2, and then we're going which direction? Up. Very good. And how many are we going up? What's this number here, Rocco? What's that number there?
3.
So we're going to go up 3. Go on then, up we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think she's right? Does she go up 3 from 2? Yeah, so what's our final answer? If we go here at 2 and we go up 3, what do we get to?
5.
5. Right, so the answer to this is actually 5. So I'm going to write that up here like this. Equals, can I write a 5 upside down? Is that right, Rowan?
Yeah.
Ah, look at me, genius. Right, okay, so that equals 5. So we're going to do another one. You're going to do this one, all right? I'm going to give you a question. Let's write it out. Okay, so think about this question that we just did up here, and think about what you said before. How do you think you'd say this question here now?
4 plus -6.
Brilliant, good man, right? So I'm going to put brackets round so we can see the difference between the numbers and the action, which is what, Darla, this time?
Adding.
We're adding this time. So now think of this. I'm not taking the cold away from this room. I'm now going to add more cold. So I'm going to put more cold into this room. What's going to happen to the temperature if I put more?
It's going to get colder.
It's going to get colder. So therefore, are we going to go up or down the number line?
Down.
Down the number line, right? So we know our starting number, Rocco, is?
4.
Right, so come up here then. Come up here. So there's 4. Yeah, and how many are we going up or down?
Down.
We're going down, and how many are we going down?
6.
Brilliant. So start at 4 and go down 6. Where are you going to get to? Darla, see if you think he gets the right answer.
6.
So he started at 4. Did you include 4?
Yeah.
So start at 4 and then you go 1. Yeah? So start at 4 and then you go down. That's it. 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -2.
Fantastic. Yes, -2. So that is our answer. All right, well done, guys. That's really, really good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you in a slightly different way and see if that might make sense more to you than the way I've shown you. We'll see. Right? So, sorry, we've got to be negative Norman again. So you are -1. And us gals, we're positive gals, aren't we?
Yes,
So we are +1. So what I want you to do is you're going to get up, okay, and go and stand over there for me. You're going to hold -1 and you're going to hold +1. Okay, so you're -1, you're +1. What happens if I put you together? So what do you get if I've got a -1 and a +1 together? Think about the number line. What are you going to have?
0.
0, yeah, because they cancel each other out, right? So at the minute we have 0, okay? But do we like negativity, Darla? No, we don't. So what are we going to do with negativity?
Cancel it out.
No, I'm not going to cancel it out. I'm going to take it
Get
away.
rid of it.
Right, come on. I'm subtracting this -1. Is that the equation? Right, so all jokes aside, let's bring -1 back in. Our negative Norman here. Okay, so let's just think about what we did there. Okay, so what have you got? What have we got to start off with? You two together give what number? 0. Yeah, you've got -1, she's got +1, so we've got 0. So when I took you away and subtracted you out of the equation and moved you over there, so I subtracted a -1, didn't I? I took you away, I subtracted them. What are we left with? What are we left with?
+1.
We're just left with 1. So you've started at 0 and it's ended up being 1. So when you subtract a negative, you go up, you increase, your answer increases. When you subtract a negative, your answer increases. What happens if I add the negative back in? So we go from having 1, I'm adding the negative back in. Now what have I got? What do you make together?
0.
0. So when I add the negative back, when I add negative, my answer went
Down.
Down. So when you subtract negative, your answer goes
Up.
And when you add negative, your answer goes
Down.
Down. Brilliant. Right, okay, so now we've got to put what we've learned into practice. Okay, so just to recap again, when we add a negative, do you go up or down?
Add a negative.
Right, 3, 2, 1, show me. Oh, right, okay, interesting. So we've got two different answers. Okay, so let's just have a quick another look at this. Rocco, what is my starting number?
2.
I want you to go over to the number line and go to 2.
Oh.
So we're subtracting a negative. So what happens when we subtract a negative, Rocco? Do we go up or down?
Down.
When we subtract a negative, we take the negative away.
So it will go like 4.
Yeah. So, who had the correct answer?
Me.
Yeah, good. Right, so now you're going to remember that for this next question. Okay, here we go. Next. So we have got 1, add negative 5. So we're starting at 1. What happens if we add negative?
Go down.
We go down, and we're going down 5. So I'll give you a few seconds to think about what you think. Look at the number line if you need to. 1, add negative 5. Alright, confident?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sure? Show me? Yes! You got it! Well done! Excellent! Brilliant work, guys. Right, so now I'm going to give you a load of questions to do. So you can practice even more. Well done, guys. So I'm really pleased with how today's lesson went. Both learners have complex learning needs, and one student is 10 and the other is 12. So it shows you how you can have those learners together if you're working on a common misconception, and that is something that they get wrong right the way up to year 11. So filling that gap now will prevent that happening and causing further misconceptions further down the line. And hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the activities that you can use when you're teaching these things at home. And it's really important, if you've got students or children with learning needs, you have to break it down like that into chunks and make it visual and include activities. Otherwise they're just not going to engage, and that can be a real blocker for maths and with confidence. So yeah, really pleased with how it went, and I'll be filming these every week, so please follow along, join me. Love to see you back here next week.